Hi, this is the project closeout video for Andamio SDK and UTxO-RPC client, which was a project funded in Project Catalyst Fund 13. So the key achievements here are a delivery of a completely functional SDK, robust documentation, and enhanced ecosystem impact. So the project overview is that the Andamio SDK and UTxO-RPC client project builds robust decentralized infrastructure for education and credentialing on Cardano. We have developer tools for seamless blockchain integration, open source SDK and comprehensive documentation, and a focus on education and credentialing use cases. The problem solved here is that integrating with decentralized network requires technical expertise, creating adoption barriers for many organizations and teams. The solution is that the Andamio SDK abstracts away blockchain complexity, providing easy-to-use tools that significantly lower barriers to entry for organizations implementing decentralized services like credentialing and course management. The SDK abstracts away much of the technical complexity, making it more accessible for organizations to implement decentralized services without requiring deep technical expertise. So major milestones and achievements are that the first milestone has the project kickoff, where we define core functionality for blockchain communication, detailed API endpoints for UTXO data retrieval and the transactions, and establish security and performance benchmark. The architecture and prototype design was delivered in milestone 2, where we implemented a pluggable component system for extensibility, crafted TypeScript interface with type safety, and published early documentation for developer feedback. We have the UTxO-RPC integration in milestone 3, where the core technical integration and rigorous testing happened, where we successfully did the UTxO-RPC fetching from the gRPC as demonstrated. Transaction body serialization was implemented, and test suites were also implemented. SDK finalization. This is the milestone 4, where we refine and complete the integration, where we provided comprehensive feature implementation for credentialing, performance optimizations, and security hardening, and user-friendly documentation with practical examples. Successful completion of all milestones led to the functional, tested, and documented SDK that significantly lowers the barrier to entry for organizations implementing decentralized educations and credentialing solutions on Cardano. So the technical implementation and the features are that we have the modular architecture as laid out here, and we have a pluggable component system where independent development and extension of features are available, clean separation of concerns between modules, flexible adaptation of Andamio protocol changes, and enhanced reliability and maintainability. Key components and features include the UTxO-RPC client, the transaction builder, utilities module, provider component, course management, and network flexibility. Ecosystem impact and community impact and ecosystem benefits. Developer empowerment. We have the accessible, ready-to-use SDKs that significantly simplify building on Andamio network. So reduce technical barriers with abstract blockchain complexity, comprehensive documentation with practical examples. Ecosystem growth, accelerating adoption of education and credentialing solutions on Cardano, with direct contributions to increase usage of the Cardano blockchain and tools benefits beyond Andamio across the ecosystem. Open source contributions, we have the SDKs, client tools, and documentation freely available on GitHub, and strengthening decentralization, where enabling users to run their own infrastructure, reducing dependencies on centralized services. Key finding and success factors. Technical achievements, we have the UTxO-RPC framework viability, modular architecture success, and comprehensive testing confirmation. Adoption drivers, we have documentation excellence, broad user-based support, and strategic ecosystem contributions. The project demonstrates that focusing on developer experience, modular architecture, and open source practices create powerful network effects for blockchain adoption. Next steps include more protocol support, pilot programs, and hosted client API deployment. The future developments are extend documentation with more examples and tutorials, host community workshops, implement feedback from pilot program with partners, and continue to contribute to open source. Thank you for supporting this project.